Now we have the understanding of what Yeshaya meant when he stated, "Wheresoever the body is, thither will the eagles be gathered together." He was making reference to the Roman military and for future prophetic events. Now, let's see who's dwelling in the valley of the eagles, where the flower of the field is located at. Let's go to the book of Numbers 24 and 20. And it reads, "And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever." Now let's see what that name Amalek means. It means dweller in a valley. You see that? Dweller in a valley. It's no coincidence that Amalek is set up in these valleys surrounding Israel, because he's defined as a dweller of the valley. You have the valley of Jehoshaphat there. You have the valley of Timnah. Look at that. Son of Eliphaz by his concubine Timnah. And we're going to talk about that valley of Timnah later on. So, we know that the eagle is going to be associated with these valleys, that the dweller in a valley by the name of Duke Amalek would be dwelling in. Now, notice that the excerpt there mentioned Timnah. Now, let's find out what's going on in that area. Times of Israel. And it states that Timnah, a semicircular plain of sand and stone stretching from the lower Negev desert to the Arava Valley north of the Gulf of Eliot, a trio of seasonal steam baths, Nahal Timnah, Nahal Nehushtan, and Nahal Mangun, traverse Timnah Valley toward the Arava. In the center of the valley rises Mount Timnah, whose tabletop summit affords panoramic views of the surrounding plain and the Edom Mountains to the east in Transjordan. You see that? The Edom Mountains. So this is the home of Edom and Amalek. You see that? Now, it states here's a picture of Timnah Valley. It tells you, if you want to know more about it, go to the city of Timnah in ancient biblical history, when we just read that excerpt there under Amalek. Now, here is a map of where that desert is located, and here's a picture of the Negev desert. What's going on there? It states that in first, U.S. establishes permanent military base in Israel. Look at that. Permanent base in Israel. Where is this base located? It states that the base is located in the heart of the Negev desert. Look at that. You see that? So Amalek and Edom has come home to roost, if you will. The Most High is not the author of confusion when he stated that he would gather these nations right where he wanted them, in the surrounding areas of Kitron Valley or Jehoshaphat. Wheresoever the carcass is, the eagles will be gathered together. And we can see this as lining up with biblical prophecy. Not only that, the flower of the field, the chrysanthemum, is associated with the valley of the eagle that is associated with Chicago. Therefore, when you see Chicago fall, you will see Syria fall. As lightning cometh out of the east into the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be, the destruction. And this is the correlation to what I was shown concerning Chicago and Syria and the chrysanthemum, the flower of the field, better known in Hebrew as the valley of the eagles. Who are the eagles? Edom and Amalek. And Leah said, Here cometh a troop. And she called his name Gad. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have. Overcome, Gad, overcome. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Therefore it shall be when the Most High thy power hath given thee rest from all thy enemies round about in the land which the Most High thy power giveth thee for an inheritance that thou blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven thou shalt not forget. And they went to the end of the field, even unto the east side of the valley, to seek the passage for their flocks. Now, Amalekites and the Canaanites dwelt in the valley. Tomorrow turn and get moved into the wilderness by the way of the Amalekites dwelt in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites, the Amorites dwelt in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwelt by the sea, by the coast of the Jordan. For he said, because the Most High hath sworn that the Most High will have the Most High said unto Amalek, right generation to generation, for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek. Now go and smite Amalek, utterly destroy all that they had to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to him Eliphaz, Amalek. These were the sons of Ada, Esau's wife. Thus said the Most High of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy. Now go and smite Amalek and spare the utterly destroy. Slay all that they had. And now go and smite Amalek.